Welcome everybody to this installment of Crypto Moose. I'm your host, Mitchell Bouchard. And of course, I am your crypto and NFT investor. And again, this is Crypto Moose, and the moose is loose. Well, actually, I'm not loose. I haven't been drinking today, but maybe we'll do it on a different episode. But what we're going to do today is talk about how to protect your cryptos. And there's a couple things we have to go over before I get into the slides here. Also, don't forget, comment down below if you have any other questions or if you'd like to see me do any other episodes similar to this one. So this is going to be not a tutorial, but I will go over some good practices for protecting your tokens, okay? So this is a hardware wallet, and this is another one. We have a Ledger, and my favorite, we have the Trezor Model T. Now, what these are crypto wallets where your tokens are stored offline. Basically, your wallet is stored offline. So we'll get into it in this video, but when it comes down to it, when you set up a crypto wallet, you will typically have what is known as a hot wallet or a exchange or a cold wallet. A hot wallet is going to be a piece of software that's on your phone or on a device, and it's highly exposed online. And the thing is, if somebody gets into your wallet, they can take your funds very easily, or they could send your tokens away to their own address. Now, in exchange, that is arguably even better though, because unless you're into FTX, but with an exchange, for example, if you lose some of your funds, at least maybe you can recover it because they operate more like a bank. But the best option is to have a cold storage wallet, because if an exchange goes under, then how are you going to be able to recover your coins? Ask everybody from Mt. Gox or FTX, right? But with the Trezor Model T, what you can do is set up a wallet, you write down your recovery seed phrase, and then basically when you do your transactions, you have to put in a PIN with your physical device. So another reason is because your data is stored offline. It's much harder for hackers to hack your device. If you do it properly, you're going to be able to protect your assets long term. But also just remember, when you set up a crypto wallet, you have what is known as your private keys. That's where your tokens, your NFTs, that's where they're stored onto, and those are stored on the blockchain. Your wallet is a piece of software that holds your private keys. Now that's where it's vulnerable. So that's why you want to have a hardware wallet where you store your private keys on there and it's held offline. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. If not, rewatch it and we'll go over some of that in this video. Okay, so let's go over to the big screen here. And we're going to go over crypto NFT storing options. Okay, so we're going to talk about hot wallets, cold wallets, and metal seeds. We do have online courses. We have it in the description below. I have an entire masterclass on this stuff. I've been thinking about this a long time. Okay, so what is a crypto wallet? Let's go over this first, right? So a crypto wallet is a program which stores the public and private keys. Essentially, it is storing your private keys, right? So it's going to be that long, weird string phrase. It's going to look just like this. So it says secret here. You do not want to share this with anybody, okay? When you set up your crypto wallet, your private keys, that's private, hence private, okay? Very simple, but still confusing. Your public address is what you share with other people. So when somebody sends you coins and it hits your public address, they then get stored onto your private keys, okay? Now, where everything becomes vulnerable is when, for example, you either send somebody your private keys or your mnemonic seed phrase. It's either a 12, 24, or 15 word seed phrase usually. That's where you can get hacked. Okay, so let's pretend this is your wallet and you have a cool NFT and it's Ethereum based. So crypto wallets allow the user to create and confirm new transactions, allowing for digital assets to leave the private keys. Okay, so remember that. Your wallet is allowing you to sign transactions, okay? But where your wallet is important. So for example, if you have a Web3 wallet, I show you how to set up a Nami wallet on this channel. that is very prone to attacks. But you can link a hardware wallet. So when you set up your Web3 wallet, you can use this as an intermediary. So essentially, if somebody gets into your wallet, they can't send your tokens away from the wallet unless they have this physical device and they know your PIN. That's why you want one of these, okay? I'm going to talk about it a lot on this channel, but I'm telling you, just protect yourself. You don't have to get this one. It's just if you don't get the Trezor T, you don't get access to the same cryptos, and it's not as easy to use. At least if you're buying Bitcoin and you want to store and you have a lot of coins, get a Trezor one at least, okay? I have many crypto wallets. All right, so let's go over the next one here, hot wallet. So we'll talk about it briefly. This is the least secure. This is going to be a wallet that you have on your phone, okay? So let's say you set up a, not a MetaMask, but let's say you set up a Trust wallet. Maybe you set up a little Dogecoin wallet. Somebody, if they get access to that, they'll just send your coins to their own address. If you have a lot of crypto, definitely invest into a good hardware wallet. That's what this episode's all about, okay? So that's what you're going to do. So the pros, though, it's convenient, simple to use, easy to access. It's free as well, and it's simple to buy coins. So they are good for everyday carry, but again, I recommend it like cash, right? You wouldn't hold 50 grand in your car, but maybe you'd have a $100 or something, maybe less in your car even for when you need gas or food. So that's one way to think about it. Okay. So a cold wallet, that's where we're talking about this, a hardware wallet. Okay. It's the best protection. Assets are held offline. The data is held offline. Technically, your assets are held on the blockchain. It's easy to buy coins. You can buy coins and get them stored right here with the Trezor Live app. But it is expensive, right? So the cons, they're expensive. You could also set up a paper wallet. Those are quite good as well. But the Ledger X in the Trezor Model T, those are the best wallets from my experience. I know a lot of people that, when they get into the $10, $20, $30,000 range, I highly recommend a hardware wallet. So where to buy? You're going to want to buy these from the manufacturer. Do not buy these on Amazon. Do not buy these from a third party, okay? When you buy a hardware wallet, you want to make sure you buy it from the manufacturer, because if you don't, you could have somebody that tampers with the device. So they could, put something in there that allows them to take all your crypto at any given point, okay? I'm not a hacker. I don't know all the logistics to that, but I've heard of some pretty bad stories, okay? So get it from the actual manufacturer, okay? So I'll give you an example here. So if we take a look, this is Trezor.io. If you're going to get a hardware wallet, purchase it from Trezor.io. I'm showing you right here, okay? So you can go to the Trezor Model T. They are pretty expensive. That might even be euros. But I think there may even be a Black Friday sale. So here you go. This is where you would buy it. Marketing looks pretty sweet now too. And it supports a lot of tokens, and they give you examples. It allows you to own your tokens. I tell people, not your keys, not your cheese, meaning not your private keys. If you don't hold your private keys, you don't own your crypto. For example, if you set up a wallet, let's say you set up a Coinbase account, they are going to hold your private keys for you. If that company ever goes down, good luck recovering things. But even worse, if you have a Web3 wallet or just an Exodus and you didn't write these things down, your recovery phrase, that's another thing too. With more authority over your coins, the more responsibility you need as well, okay? So those two go hand in hand. But yeah, these are definitely sweet. We'll talk about the metal recovery seed in a minute. And you also get access to a lot of coins, but these are the best in my opinion. I mean, the Trezor Model T it's a very important device. That's a very fake hand, by the way, eh? That looks pretty rough. Maybe they shouldn't use that. But anyways, that's just one example there, right? So that's the Trezor Model T. So let's go over a couple more slides here, if I can get it opened. So we also have our recovery seed. So when you set up a wallet where you're going to be in charge of your private keys, you want to write down your 12-word recovery seed phrase. So it's going to be a 12, 15 for Cardano typically, and then 24-word recovery seed phrase. So essentially, what you're going to do is when you set up your wallet, it's going to give you 12 words, for example, and they want you to write that down, because if you ever lose access to your device, like for example, if I ever lose this, all I have to do is go to my 12 words, and you want to write them down in sequential order. Okay, don't play around with this. Write it down properly. I'll give you an even better method. But write down your 12-word, because if you ever lose access to your wallet, you can regenerate your private keys, your wallet, using your mnemonic seed phrase. So it's an encrypted, they're words that encrypt your wallet, to make a long story short. Okay, so paper wallets, they're easy to use, but there's a better way. And that's what we'll talk about here. And we'll go back here first. Man, I just can't get it to work today. You can also write it down on metal. So I have created my own metal recovery seed phrases. My favorite is the EliPal. So EliPal has their metal mnemonic. It's great for the price. It's so worth it. So let's say you have, $500 and that's a lot to you. You should be writing this on metal, because at the end of the day, they're easier to read, water resistant, fire resistant, erosion resistant. So you want this to be on stainless steel, because that'll protect you from any house fire. I think it protects you to any fire over 300 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. Okay, so that's very important. Do not forget that there are tons of good alternatives for this. Okay, so what we'll do is show you this. So this is EliPal. It's elipal.com. I own their Titan Mini, and I own one of these wallets. They're fantastic. For about $39 US, you can pick up one of these wallets, and they're fantastic. I think I even left a review here somewhere. Yeah, this is mine. This is the review I left. It's part of my next online course, so it's kind of cool. It even says Mitchell B. It really is a great wallet. I'm not even having an affiliate link. I bought this thing and it's fantastic. It's on my shelf, so I'm a huge fan. But essentially, instead of having your recovery seed phrase on paper, you can have it on metal, which is even better. So if you're going to pass this down for generations, that's the way to do it. So definitely something to check out. I'm a huge fan of the metal recovery seed phrases. Okay, so before you buy any crypto assets, think about security. That's something that you should not skip out on. You want to have security. If you're going to build a big portfolio, a big portfolio could mean anything to you. To me, I wouldn't want to lose anything over, anything over $100 would really hurt me. I wouldn't want to lose that. So I started getting hardware wallets when I had about 400 or 500 invested. Now I have a lot more. So definitely, I hope you rewatch this video if you have to. Comment down below if there are any other videos you'd like to see. The goal of this channel is to educate all of you on crypto, NFT, and blockchain technology. And just remember, not your keys, not your cheese.